I'm back. It's your boy, the driver for hire, always driving for dollars. And hey, it's been a minute, man. It's been a freaking minute. Like 3 years since the last time I put out a video. Like at least 3 years, probably four. I think more along the lines of 3 years. But so much has happened since the last time I put out a video. A pandemic, like a pandemic, yo. This COVID had people out here losing their mind, had people getting sick, mad people was dying out here. Like so much has happened. In New Jersey, they decided they wanted to ban, plastic bags. So there's that. They got me out here buying plastic bags because we get orders from CVS and Walgreens and all these places now. Not just DoorDash. I mean, it's not just Walmart orders like they used to be. We're getting orders from like just about anywhere. I've been in Acme so far. I've been in so many places going actual grocery shopping for people. Like they changing the game. New Jersey changed the game. They're trying to be a little more green here. They did away with all plastic bags, so you can't get a plastic bag anymore. And no one's, very few places, went and got paper bags to put the stuff in. So when you go to get places, you're just carrying stuff out, kind of like if you were at the Costco or Sam's Club, you're just carrying stuff out, with your hands. So, hey, you have to buy your own bags, That's what I had to do. So, I don't know what else is happening. Freaking, we at war. We ain't at war, but almost, kinda. Things is going down. Things is heating up with China right now. I mean, we got Nancy Pelosi over there right now pissing people off. So, one never knows what China's going to do. Right now, they're looking like little punks right now. Over there, they ain't do nothing but just conducting exercises and stuff around there. When they were talking tough, and she showed up. She showed up in Taipei, and so far nothing's going on different from what they normally do. But that's something totally different. You know why you here. You know why you here. You here because you like to hear the things I talk about regarding DoorDash. Well, pretty much it's just DoorDash nowadays. I pretty much stopped doing Lyft. I stopped doing Uber. I still got hustles going on. I just finished up real estate school. I was one of the unfortunate people that during the pandemic, my job downsized. So I'm lucky enough that my wife, she makes a good salary. So I was pretty much daddy daycare. Doing taking care of the house, shuttling the kids back and forth to school and stuff like that. But now I'm back in the game, man. I'm starting to get my hustle back. Like I said, I just finished real estate school, so I'm about to get that popping off. And, I'm still out here grinding, doing these orders and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm not doing Uber and Lyft anymore because I'm not trying to interact with people that much. My wife, she has very bad, asthma, and her lung situation is not that great. So, I don't want to put myself in any extra exposure, I should say, to possibly bring home anything COVID, to my family. Knock on wood. Wherever there's wood in this car, I still haven't caught COVID. Everybody I know, all my family and friends, have caught it, and we're the only ones who haven't. So obviously we're doing something right. So, I'm just gonna keep going out here, grinding and stuff like that. I got my mask situation. I got plenty of those. I got N95 masks. I got all kinds of masks and stuff. Trying to keep myself safe. But I'm out here, grinding. I still got to make that dough. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I mean, so even with DoorDash, so much has changed within the app since the last time I used it. When I signed into the app for the first time, man, it was a completely different app from the last time I used it. But I tell you what hasn't changed. I've been DoorDashing now for about a week or two. Yeah, almost 2 weeks I've been DoorDashing now. And what hasn't changed is people still don't like to give you any information as to how to find it. As you can see in one of my previous videos, I did a rant. I'll put some clips here. There's a comment section right here. This is what it looks like. Where you can enter in comments to help the driver get to you. And those comments show up on our app when we accept the order. It shows your address that you put in, and then it shows any comments you leave. Now, if you, like I said before, if you know there's any slight difficulty in us delivering the food to you, you want to put as much information in that comment section as possible. You want to put as much information in the comment section as possible to ensure that the driver has all the information they need to find you. If you're ordering a catering order through Chipotle or something like that, or Moe's Southwest Grill or wherever, there's a section in there where you can edit, put comments in there. You want to give as much information as possible. And when all else fails, keep your phone on you. Answer your phone, because we're going to text you, we're going to call you, especially if we're having a hard time finding you, to try to figure out how to get to you. So when I'm sitting here spending 10, 15, 20 minutes looking for you to try to deliver your food, then that's probably 1 or 2 more orders that I could have had in that 20 minutes that I've spent looking for you. So how do you think I'm going to feel? Like you just saw that I was ranting about this 3-4 years ago, how people don't like putting, any kind of extra information to help me find their food in the app. Okay. And it hasn't, 4 years later, it hasn't changed. It's still the same. I mean, granted, they got a little better because now the app kind of like, the way that the app does it, the app like feeds information to you. Like when you, arrive at a place, they're really good with their geolocation. So when you get to the place and you open the app back up, they're reading information to you. And most of them is just like porch drop-offs right now. So it's to reduce the amount of exposure that you have with the customers. But there's still no extra information. Like, I'm going to do another video putting together a couple examples of how people, still are having me, go out to these places, apartment complexes and whatnot, with no information. They're just putting the address to the apartment complex and no apartment number, none of that stuff. They're putting the address to the, the business. Like I did a drop off a couple of days ago where they put the address to Pearl Vision on Route 18 in East Brunswick. And I hope the person who did that is seeing the video. I'm not going to drop off any name, but they put the address to Pearl Vision. All right. Now there's two things in there. There's Pearl and there's Moe's. Now, yeah, I could have got out of Moe's Southwest Grill, I should say. I could have got out of my car and I could have went into Moe's and see if someone in there ordered, and then went to Pearl, and then I would have had that one. But that's not the point. The point is that you need to tell me where to go. Okay. I called the person and texted the person, and she didn't have the common courtesy to answer the phone. So why should I get out of my car and go look for you if you're not going to answer your phone? I've been saying this for years now. I mean, like I said, I have the proof. I have a 50-minute rant video on here. I'll link to that in the description, or you can put it at the end of this video, and you can see it for yourself. I suggest you watch it. It has a lot of I watched it back the other day just to kind of get a feel for how I did things. But like I said, I haven't done this. I haven't done a video with you guys in 3 years. So I want to get a feel of how I used to do videos with you guys. And a lot of the stuff in that video applies to right now. And I'm so surprised how well I made that video. So I really want you guys to go back and look at the video. Like I said, you just saw a couple clips of me from before. But there's a whole video, and I go more in depth in explaining, why, and I gave a whole lot more examples. I put all kinds of stuff in that video. You should really go. If you have about an hour's worth of time that you just want to kill, and you want some, good insight on what it's like to be out here delivering food, whether it's DoorDash, Uber Eats, Postmates, and all the crap that we go through. And even if you're not a DoorDasher, if you're just a customer and you stumble across this video, please check that out, because it'll help open your eyes as to the things that we go through. I didn't put that information in just to do it. I put it in there because we go through it, man, and it's tough because DoorDash don't pay us much. You know, the average run that they give us now, I mean, back when I first started, they were paying us well. But now, they're not paying, they're paying us nothing. Like, we make our money, it's like waiters and waitresses. You know, we make our money from what the tips that you give us. So when you don't give us any tips, or you give us like $1 tip, like, there's times that they're trying to pay us, like, DoorDash is only giving us like $2 or $3 to start the run. And then the rest of the money that we're paid is made up based off of your tip. So if you tip us like $2 and you want us to drive 10, 15 miles, guess who's not doing it? This guy. I'm not driving 15 miles to deliver the food when you only tip me $2. Because trust me, I'm just letting you know right now, DoorDash, whenever you place an order, you think DoorDash is paying us? No, DoorDash is only giving us the bare minimum, which is what waiters and waitresses make in New Jersey. I mean, I'm not sure about other states, but I know in New Jersey, the minimum wage for waiters and waitresses is like $2.80 or it's like $3, and DoorDash tries to pay us that, and then the rest is on you. So I order DoorDash a lot, and I know how it is. Whenever I order DoorDash, I don't care if it's from a place down the block. I tip minimally $8. If it's close, if the place they're delivering from is close by, if the place they're delivering is far away, I'm tipping $10 to $15 because I understand that this is how you make money. I get it. And I've driven in the drivers, the DoorDashers' shoes, the person from Uber Eats. I've been in their shoes, and I know what it's like to get crap because people want to be cheap. Don't be cheap. This is your food. There's so many things that can happen. You know, these aren't threats or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, if you want your food, don't you want to get your food? Don't you want to get your food nice and fast and hot? All right, tip the driver. Tip your driver. All right. I mean, just tip your driver. That's the best thing I can tell you. And the second best thing I can tell you, other than tipping your driver, is put in the correct information to where you are. So that way we don't gotta look for you. Because if we gotta look for you, you know, like I said, this guy is not looking for you. If you're not giving me the common courtesy of answering the phone or responding to the text messages when I message you or call you, if you're not giving me that courtesy to respond back to me, then I'm not giving you the courtesy as to sit there and make a huge effort in trying to look for you, especially when you didn't give me much information in the app. So that's just me, and I know many other drivers and dashers that I've come across to along the way that feel the exact same way, and we all trust me. We all get together. We all see each other. We all talk about this crap, and we all bitch and complain about you while standing online at Chipotle, while standing online in Red Robin or Olive Garden or freaking Cheesecake Factory. You know, most of these places you're standing there waiting because they never have your food ready anyway when we get there. We're standing online. There's usually like 3-4 of us, and we're all talking about how you guys suck. You know, at giving directions, at letting us know where you are. And then we got to sit there and just wonder what the hell to do because, well, at least back 3 years ago, it was hard to get in touch with customer service. Now it's very easy to get to customer service. And customer service got to the point where they're not playing that crap either because I had a delivery, I forget where I delivered to, where I couldn't get in touch with the person. The directions to where they were very vague. So I called up the customer service, and they tried calling you or calling the customer and texting the customer, and they get back to them. So customer service told me to mark it as delivered and go on to take my next order. Like, that's what customer service told me to do. I didn't even have to do it myself. Customer service told me to do it. So they're well aware. That's one thing I'm happy. One of the changes that's happened since I've been doing it, because before, customer service, they weren't helping like that. They tried to have you sit there and wait as long as possible. Like, I'm not sitting there waiting 2 hours trying to get in touch with this person. I'm out here trying to make money. If I'm sitting here waiting to give you your food, how am I making money? I'm losing money. All right, well, I didn't want to come back into this on a rant. I just want to let you know, where I left off. That's kind of where I left off. I think that was my last or second to last video that I did. But I can't say enough for you guys to check that video out. But going forward, I'm going to be doing a lot more videos on my hijinks of this, dashing and all that stuff, and everything else that goes along with dashing. I may get back into Uber Eats, but so far I like DoorDash because DoorDash is very simple. I know how to use it. I make, decent money doing it for what I'm doing. It's very good because, like I said, it's I can always jump in around my schedule. With the kids, picking the kids up from school, blah blah blah. Cooking dinner. I can, after I cook dinner, I can, go out for a couple hours, or between picking the kids up from school or whatever, I could go jump on for a couple hours. If we have something at home on a weekend, I don't have to work. You know what I'm saying? So I like DoorDash. I know, like Uber and Postmates, they can do all that too. But for me, I just think DoorDash feels like it's just more simple. So I'm going to roll with that for now. If I feel like I need to do that into one of the others, trust me, you'll know. Oh, another thing. I heard Lyft is out here. You can deliver food with Lyft. I may have to look into that. Because I know Uber's been doing that, but I heard Lyft is doing it too. I seen a sign up at one of the restaurants. I think it was Halal guys that went up there, and I seen a freaking Lyft sign. And I'm like, Lyft? There's people from Lyft picking up food now? And the person was like, yeah. It's not often, but every now and then. I'm like, damn. It took Lyft long enough to get in the game. Uber's been in it. How come it took y'all long enough? Y'all got drivers out here yupping to have them picking up food too. I would have much rather done it for Lyft than for Uber, because at least Lyft paid. Uber didn't pay crap back then. I mean, I don't know how well they pay now, but back then, 3 years ago, they didn't pay crap. So I barely did. The only time I did Uber, is when DoorDash was really slow. And then I would turn on Uber and take orders from Uber just to keep myself going. Keep the money coming in. So that way my per hour rate I still maintained the per hour rate that I want to do until DoorDash started getting busy again. And then I would turn off Uber and turn back on DoorDash. By the way, just for a quick little way to figure out how to tip, this is how you should be tipping. This is how most Dashers are looking to make money. Google how far you are from the restaurant you're ordering from. Let's just say you're 5 miles from the restaurant you're ordering from. You should be tipping minimum $5. Okay, $1 per mile. Really? If I want to be greedy, I would say $2 per mile, but you should be doing $1 per mile. Okay, so if you're 5 miles away from, from McDonald's or wherever you're ordering from, you should be tipping $5. All right, because DoorDash is going to throw $2 on top of that or $3 on top of that. So then we're going to make $8,000 that run. That's worth it for us. Making $8 to drive only 5 miles. That's only like a 10-minute drive. Making $8. That puts us on par. You figure if we get 3 orders like that within the hour, we just made $24 an hour. That's where we want to be. You know what I'm saying? Especially on busy days. But if you're only tipping like $1 or $2, we're losing money. But in most cases, it's going to be a while before they find a driver that's willing to take your run, because when an order comes through and I see that junk only says like $3.75, I know that you only tipped $1 or nothing at all. So guess what? I'm not taking that order, especially if I see that you're like 10 miles away. Hell no. And there's been plenty of times where I know you didn't get your food, because I've seen the same order come. They tried to give me the same order 3 times while I was sitting there waiting, trying to get somebody, because no one they kept. Because what happens is, the way it happens, when they'll give a Dasher order, if he does not accept it or he declines it, they go to the next closest Dasher, and they'll keep trying to get it to the next closest Dasher until it gets too far away to where it's not cost effective to do that order. And if those other Dashers don't take it, then they'll try to go back to the original person. Which, because it's come back to me 3 times, that means they've literally tried all of us Dashers 3 times to try to get somebody to take that order. And because it's a computer dealing it out, they don't have enough. The computer doesn't have sense. It's not programmed in the algorithm to add more money to try to entice the Dasher to take the order. They're just gonna keep the same dollar amount and try to just keep putting it on people until somebody takes it. Now you're gonna get new Dashers out here that are new to the game, and they think that everything's all about your rating. They have to maintain your rating. You don't have to maintain your rating. That don't mean crap. When they need you, when the company needs you, they're going to give you orders because they have orders to fill. Yeah, if you have a better rating, they'll try to give the people with better rating the better orders. But what it comes down to, if you want to work, you can work. All right. There's plenty of orders, and it's all about dollars and cents and time factor. When someone orders the food, they're trying to get the food to the person as fast as possible. So it don't matter if you have the absolute worst rating on DoorDash. if you're the closest to the restaurant and by you taking that order, you can get that order to the person faster than trying to give it to another dasher, they're going to give it to you because ultimately they're trying to keep the customer happy. So they're going to want to try to get the customer that food as fast as possible, even if that means giving the order to the worst possible dasher. Now, if you have a really bad completion rate, they're not going to give it to you because now they're rolling the dice that, giving the order to you, there's a chance that you may not even get it to the person at all. But if you have a high completion rate, like my completion rate is like 99%. The only reason why it's not 100% is because when they used to have the catering orders, it was I forget the exact details of what it was a situation to where I couldn't deliver to them because the person was unavailable. So this is when I was new and I didn't know what to do, so I just brought it back to the restaurant. But unfortunately, the person complained that I never got it to him, so it got marked against me. So unfortunately, I haven't had over 100 catering orders to get me back to 100%. And because they stopped doing catering orders, specific catering orders, there's no way for me to get that. So I'll always have 99%. I'll never be able to get it to 100%. So, but still, 99%, I have virtually 100% of completion rate, which they're always going to give me orders because I may give it to them slow. I may, have an issue getting to them, but I always get the order to the person unless I physically just can't get it to them because the person makes it hard for me to get it to them. And as long as you contact customer service in some way, somehow, you make an effort to try to get it to them, they're never going to fault you. The company, DoorDash is never going to fault you for that because you made an effort to try to get them their order. And I always make effort. I don't just try to escape people's food. I make an effort to give you food within my limits. I'm not going to make more than an effort. I'm going to make an effort. In other words, I'm going to call you. I'm going to text you. You get back to me. You tell me how to get to you. I will get your food to you. I call you. I text you. You don't get back to me. 5-10 minutes. I'm out because you're cutting into my per hour ratio by making it hard for me to deliver to you and making me work hard to try to get the food to you. You're cutting into my per hour. So I'm not doing that. They put timers in the app for a reason. I'm using them, and you better believe if you don't get back to me within that timer, some homeless person in New Brunswick just got a meal. And that's the reality. Like I said before, that's just it. So there's enough about that. In my next video, I don't even know what it's going to be yet, but it's going to be something. And hopefully it won't be anything rant-wise. It might be something rant-wise, but we shall see. But I just wanted to come back and holler at you guys. It's like I said before, it's been a minute, and I miss you guys. So I'm gonna be putting out some more content as I think of it. So that being said, I'm your driver for hire, always driving for dollars, and I'm out this piece. Catch you in the next video.